Welcome to Herself, a space for women to have deep conversations about the intersection between spiritual entrepreneurship and fulfilling your potential, so you can become the woman you truly are in every area of your life. After being in business for over 2 decades, I've learned, as you likely have too, that as you grow your business grows you in unexpected, often challenging, yet miraculous ways. Here, we'll talk about how to get out of your own way so you can grow a business that's abundant and sustainable while allowing you to be a force for good in the world. I'll give you simple, actionable strategies as well as wisdom and inspiration to help you root into your wholeness, lead from your values, and work in ways that feel deeply aligned so you can bring your true self into the world through your business and in every area of your life. So in terms of revenue generating, you're doing the one-on-one calls. And in terms of more strategy and bigger picture stuff, you're doing the ICA calls. And professional development, you're doing the mindfulness teacher training. And the biggest piece that feels like it needs more structure to it is your content creation. So you having recurring content that goes out to your audience. And I'm sure that you've heard this, but one of the things, and especially that I've learned writing books, is that you have to sit down and do it even when you don't feel inspired. And Stephen Pressfield is a great author to read about this. Have you ever read any of his work? Called The War of Art. And one of my favorite books of his is called Going Pro. And this makes me think of you, Sonia, as well, with what you often struggle with is making time for your work amidst family obligations. There's a certain point on your journey where you just need to decide, I'm going to go pro. Just like if you had a executive job, you can't not do it unless you want to get fired. Right? And going pro is about really deciding I'm going to be fully professional. And one of those things is to have marketing calendar, an editorial calendar, and time on your calendar where you sit down and you create. And one of the things that Stephen Pressfield talks about is how the muse will start showing up the more that you actually create space for her. And so having time on your calendar each week to create that content and deciding what that is. So for me, I do a weekly newsletter and podcast and social media. So yesterday was my first day back in the office and it was a total content creation day. And because that's one of the first, one of the most important things is just making sure I sit down and do that, get that done. And you can do that even if you're still studying the other building blocks or, doing this inner work. Thank you for joining me today. And remember, change doesn't come from listening alone. I invite you to commit to taking one small or large, courageous action after today's conversation. One step you can take, if you haven't already, is to sign up for my Sunday journal. It's a weekly newsletter filled with inspiration and reflections about the intersection between spiritual entrepreneurship and fulfilling your potential to help you become the woman you truly are in every area of your life. You can subscribe at programs-saraavonstover.com/journal. And if you found this podcast valuable, please share it with the women in your world. Also, I'd be very grateful if you'd leave a review. It helps others find resources like this, and I'd love to hear what's coming alive for you after listening today. Above all, keep going, and never forget the unique offerings you and your true self bring to the world. Until next time, I'm sending you my heartfelt support.